What's going on, YouTube? It's your girl V the Notary. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, a great week, a great new year, all the things, okay? Today I want to talk to you guys about something that I really feel is going to help you grow your business, push your business to the next level if you are in a place where you just are kind of trying to figure it out. You're like, what am I doing wrong? What is missing? What's the missing element from me taking my business from here to here, okay? Now, this tidbit of news and information is for small businesses and large businesses, but because my focus is in mentoring small businesses, that is what I do literally for a living. I've been doing it for the last 8 years in my job as a program manager. Small businesses are, very special to my heart. And so, I always say they're the heart and the soul of our country, of our economy. And so we have to do what we can do to protect them and to support them and to help them flourish and grow. Okay. But this is not just for small businesses. So if you are a large business, this can be useful to you too. Okay. So, I kind of been introducing a new element of this channel where I'm kind of getting a little more personal with you guys as to like what I do on a day-to-day basis outside of the notary, outside of the real estate, like what I do in my everyday 9-to-5 job. I've told you guys that I work for the federal government, that I've been working for the federal government now for 19 years almost. Ooh. I'm getting old. And the big bulk of that, almost all of it has been in, acquisition, program management and procurement and small business enrichment, outreach, and all of those things, right? So, but I may not have told you is what a large part of my role is what I do. And what I do is specific outreach, mentorship, one-on-one sessions with small businesses. And I've been doing this for years. I do different outreach events that are local to where I live, throughout the country. I have another event that I'm going to be at. I don't really want to say where it's at because I don't want nobody like coming up to me. Not that I'm Beyonce or anything, but again, I got to keep some anonymity here. But yes, I do outreach sessions or one-on-one sessions, mentoring sessions with small businesses at outreach events. And I also do them virtually over the phone. We have different events internally in my agency. I work with other agencies for events. So this is literally the bread and butter of what I do. So that's why I feel so comfortable talking to you guys about this. Now, I want to mention to you the one thing, there's so many things that you need to be doing to grow your business, but in my experience, this is the one thing that you need to be really making sure that you have taken care of, and that I also see lacking when I sit down with small businesses. For whatever reason, a lot of small businesses, larger primes are not as, the learning curve isn't as difficult for them. So most of them kind of have this down pat, but a lot of times, small businesses don't have this one thing. And what is that? And if you get this and get a good one, you guys, one that you're comfortable with, that you can really present, it will take your business to the next level. That is a capability statement, okay? What is a capability statement? A capability statement is a one-page document, you guys. You don't need anything convoluted, 6-7 pages of a pamphlet, no. Because you're providing this to people who are on limited time. They want to quickly be able to scan and know what your business is about, what services or products you provide, and how to contact you should they want to, do business with you or, just get in contact with you to move on further, right? So your capability statement is a document, a one-pager that lists. It's like your resume for your business. What is your business about? Okay, so let's talk about what should be on that capability statement. And this is not, let me also say this. This is not just for federal contractors, okay? This is not just for people who want to do work with the government. If you're a notary, you need to have a capability statement document as part of your marketing material, okay? If you're a real estate agent, you need to have some type of a document that has the same. Who are you? You know, what do you specialize in? If you're a real estate agent, you know, I specialize in assisting first-time home buyers. You know, this is, you know, the brokerage I'm with. This is, you know, all of those things. This is how you contact me. If you have an interior design business, you need to have all of your information on there, some of your experience, how to be, like, every niche or every type of business needs to have this. So I just want to preface that and just say that regardless of if you are working in the private sector or if you're working, you know, with just regular people in the world or regular businesses, you have regular clients, or if you are working in the public sector where you are targeting a government audience, you should have a capability statement, okay? All right. But we're going to focus more on the government part because I want to tell a lot of you guys are government contractors, probably, you know, small businesses who are government contractors who are wanting to increase the volume of contracts that you're winning with the federal government. This is going to be more tailored towards you, okay? So obviously you're to have your company's name, right? Your company's name, where you're located, contact information on there. You're going to want to list, if you are a small business, you're going to want to list what type of small business. Are you a hub zone? Are you an 8A? Are you a service disabled veteran-owned small business? You're going to want to make sure that that is on your capability statement. That's very, very important, okay? Secondly, you're going to want to list if you're if you are doing business with the government, you should have NAICS codes, North American Industry Classification Codes. That's what NAICS code stands for. And NAICS codes are 4 to 6 digit number, and it kind of just talks about the industry you're in. So if you're in IT and you do cybersecurity, that's going to have a specific NAICS code. If you do conference planning, that's going to have a NAICS code. You do whatever it is that you do, you need to know your NAICS code. That's another thing. I have companies that I meet with and they're like, I don't know my NAICS code. How do you not know that? And that is how contracting officers, let me tell y'all something. That is how we identify and find you. You got to know what your NAICS codes are, okay? That is so imperative. So you need to know that. This specifically is if you are doing work with, you know, in the federal government, okay? So those, if you have one NAICS code for your business, list it. If you have 6, list it. You need to put your NAICS codes on your capability statement, okay? So we got your contact information. We have the small business classification. If you're indeed a small business, your NAICS codes are going to be on there as well, right? You're also going to want to, if you are on GSA schedules, for example, if you are a GSA schedule contract holder, you're going to want to list which schedule you're on, okay? This is going to go on your capability statement. You're going to just list the schedule number on there. You know, people will know, whoever needs to know and is looking for that type of schedule or is interested in contractors on that schedule, they're going to know. You're going to list your schedule on there, okay? In addition to that, if you have any past performance, any history, like for instance, let's just say you do a lot of work with the Department of Energy, you can list that on your, on your capability statement. Just say, previous, contracts with Department of Energy, Department of Transportation, HUD, Department of State, whatever it is, you're going to want to list some of that. That looks really good. It always looks good when you have some sort of past performance, past history with other federal agencies. It kind of looks and says, okay, you're reliable, you have experience, so if that is the case, if that's not the case, it's okay. But if that is the case, you're going to want to make sure that that's on your capability statement as well. All right. And because, again, we're only dealing with a certain amount of room on, we only got one page. So it's not like you can just put a whole soliloquy, of tons of paragraphs about, your company. But yeah, you can add, a few sentences, a little teeny paragraph, I'm ABC Incorporated, and, I specialize in cybersecurity, We have 15 years of experience, whatever, however you want to zhuzh up, a bold, quick statement about your company, and then you're going to want to go into detail about the things that we just talked about, okay? Why is this capability statement so important, okay? It's important because, number one, you should be giving this is marketing material. You should be going to outreach events. You should be meeting with contractors. You should be meeting with you should be meeting with people who you want to be a subcontractor for. But this is a physical piece of paper, or you can send it electronically. I actually prefer that because obviously, for me, for instance, I work from home, so I'm not taking physical copies of things, unless I'm out at an actual event. And then even then, I usually say, can you email it to me? But this is something to leave with whomever you want to work with, so that they know what your business is about. At my agency, we have a database. So whenever we get capability statements, we add those contractors to our database, so that when we're doing market research and when our program offices are doing market research to try to find contractors that may fit a procurement, we're using the contractors that we have in our database. And how are we getting them? Usually from these capability statements, okay? So if you can intelligently talk about your company, what you do, the services you provide, if you cannot talk about that intelligently, you are not ready to jump out there. You need to be able to intelligently, succinctly, to the point, because a lot of times if you meet with me, you may only have 5 minutes, and in those 5 minutes, I'm going to probably take a little 15, 20 seconds to tell you about myself. And then the rest of the time is yours. A lot of time it's a lot of filler time, of you kind of like asking questions of help from me, which is fine, because I do give advice or whatever, but I don't think it's a good idea for me to leave meeting with you and not understand what it is how you can benefit my agency. You know what I mean? And that happens so often, and it's sad. I mean, I cannot tell you how many times I meet with small businesses. I'm like, okay, so you don't know your NAICS codes. Okay, so what exactly are the services this is your company? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't tell you what you do. You're selling yourself to me. So you need to be on point. And the first step to that, as it pertains to really selling your business and putting your business out there, is making sure you have a good capability statement to start with. So if you do not have that, okay, you need to make sure that you work on that. There are tons of examples, and I'll even try to find a good one. Because of proprietary, it's hard for me. I can't use a specific company, but maybe if I could find a good one on the internet, maybe I could share that with you guys. But you guys can Google just like I can. So Google capability statement examples. You could even Google federal capability statements, whatever your industry is. I would even, niche down to that and go from there and get your capability statement type, especially if you are going to be in 2024, really increasing your visibility as it pertains to marketing your company. You're going to want to make sure that is airtight. Okay. So if you guys have any other questions as it pertains to capability statements, anything like that, please drop down in my comments, ask your questions, share this video with anybody who you think, will benefit. And as always, like, subscribe, and share, you guys. I appreciate you guys for being here, and have a wonderful day. Talk to you guys soon.